Okay, this is another segment of the S.H.O.P Social Hub of Positivity podcast. You'll recognise this lady if you've ever watched anything interesting in these podcasts. This is Rae Melody, who is an artist and a good friend and supporter of Can Do Arts. We've worked on lots of projects. She's been running with Alex Moran the art workshops for the Mental Health Awareness Week that we're doing. This is Saturday of that. But quite nice and coincidentally, two lovely people have turned up, and you'll recognise them from our open mic because I know that you're all watching them every week religiously. Probably a better religion than the ones we've got. Ollie Nash Jazz Kirby, everyone. When I say guys. Everyone, hello. Hi. So you can look into that camera there. Right. We'll look into that camera there. Right. So this is interesting because this is your first time in the shop.
It is. Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, it's smart.
Smart, really mate. It's good. Smart. What do you like about it? Come on, give us some. People out there haven't seen this yet. Haven't been out.
There's lots to see.
There is, and I imagine some local artists as well. Is it up on the walls?
Local artists up on the walls. She drives me up the wall.
Yeah.
So maybe that's what you mean. Yes, we got Rae Melody. We're going to do.
I don't know about that.
An actual exhibition. We'll do a cutaway in a minute because you see those bits on that gallery, Mental Health Awareness Week gallery.
Yes. Yeah.
Essentially, there's load there.
Yeah.
Which participants have been doing all this week.
Really?
Run by this wonderful lady and Alex Moran, who is another local artist, and you'll see all that art up there is Alex's. Ray's going to do a exhibition quite soon, so it'll be that wall will be kind of filled with, it goes on and on. We've also got, which is a real special thing, the Rotary competition. What? Tell me very quickly, Rae. Just say exactly what that is about, just because we may as well. Now we're here.
So there's a Rotary Youth kind of section of it, and every year they run various competitions and do various things for young people. But this is the Rotary Youth photographic competition, and young people from local schools take part. And I mean, the photographs are absolutely stunning.
Yeah.
I was blown away when.
We're going to do a cutaway to them hopefully as well, Rebecca.
That's another thing I was going to mention. I did note some of the photographs in the shop window as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Shay actually. So Shay's exhibition's there.
Right.
Shay Deedigan. I don't know if you've ever heard of
Deedigan.
Is it a coincidence? Ask myself. Is it a coincidence? Yeah, his name's Shay Deedigan. Yeah. That's weird, isn't it? Anything? And he's particularly talented.
No, they look really nice.
What other things you've been doing? Because you've been contributing beautifully throughout the pandemic.
Yeah.
Tell me this. What has the open mic meant to you personally?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Well, thank you.
I think, because we're realising, we're part of several contributors, and to be together and connected in this time when we're isolated, that's the main thing, isn't it? I think, because everyone's spread about, but it doesn't matter where we are in the country or possibly internationally as well. It's a common platform where we can all be and we can all share, and no one's trying to be better than each other, but we can all bounce off each other, if you know what I mean. As well. And that's. How about you, Jazz? Let you talk a bit.
Just a place where
Yeah.
I don't know.
Place we can all be.
For me, because I don't watch the show until the Wednesday. It's that sharing thing, isn't it? So I don't know.
Something to keep in mind.
That's true as well. To keep, yes.
That's it.
Yes.
So focus on it. It's like the highlight of my week.
Yeah.
And then show you how crap my weeks are. Stop it, everyone.
I love it how Brian always does it from his car as well.
Brilliant.
Every
remember
time.
that one week he didn't?
Yeah.
And we just mate,
what's going
get
on?
back in the car. He wasn't very well, bless him, but it just didn't work. Nah, mate, you've ruined this show.
Yeah.
Jenny B said, when we get it back in the Revo, we should just have a cut-out car so he just sits and just... Talking of which, 21st of June, you guys, you're at the Unlock Reset Festival, Burning of the Wig.
That's right.
You up for doing If We Can? I mean, I don't know if you know who the Prime Minister is anymore or what he is up to. But imagine that we are going to have an Unlock Reset Festival, even if it is just online. Because we know now, don't we? Because we've done literally for the day after 3 weeks late that Boris proclaimed the first lockdown. We did that was the Tuesday, and the Wednesday we did the first open mic, which is fantastic. We've done one every week since, which is brilliant. But the idea that we can do a live show and have you, because that's where we met, isn't it? We met in the Revo Lounge.
Yeah, first time.
Doing the first Can Do open
was.
mic in there. You were the first.
Yeah.
That was superb.
It was a wonderful night.
It was. And then we do one more the next month. And then there's a pandemic. I don't know if you've heard about it, but there was a pandemic. Yeah? And you're not allowed to go out and stuff. And everyone got grounded. And if you didn't get grounded, you died, essentially. There's a lot of death, a lot of too much death, loads of imported death as well. This is what's lovely of the open-mindedness of Boris and his mates is not only were they not just content with our own brand of COVID, they thought that we should have different sorts come in, because just sort of share, sort of universal, worldwide, what have you got over there? We've got one of these ones. So, down in Kent we've got one. We'll bring it over here. Let's have it all. Let's all have a bit of that. Now we've got the Indian one. We have the South African one. I'm looking forward to something from the north. I think either...
Quite hard.
Really hardcore. I mean, my forefathers were, I was going to say dentists for no apparent reason, because they were Danish. They were Vikings. I don't know if you've heard about the Vikings. Now, they like to go around the world like a pandemic.
Horrible histories.
What? Horrible histories?
The books,
Horrible histories. That's the way to teach history, isn't it? You know about the Vikings because of horrible histories. I know about the Vikings because of my horrible history. Like a pandemic, we went around the world, man. Whatever. I'm saying we as if I really think I'm a Viking. But any minute now, I am likely to just turn this thing over and start slushing at stuff.
The jeans.
Cheers, these jeans don't fit, which is not even my jeans. What other things you've been doing to get through this crazy old time? What's been going on?
Well, as I say, I think the open mic's been an important part of it. What else have we been doing? I mean, we've both been lucky enough to be key workers as well, haven't we? We've kept going.
Fantastic.
Which has been tough and lucky, and then the sort of open mic scene where I am locally as well, what they've done is they made like a Zoom session. So like every week it's like a Zoom session or going live on Facebook. So that's how they kept that live. And it's just really quite a nice time to reevaluate what's important as well, isn't it? Like, cause it's funny how we were used to doing anything we wanted any time, but then we've all spent a lot of time with our families as well recently, and hitting that, and all, not that you weren't close before, but almost brings you close together as well. Yeah. There's a point there I'm trying to make. But
I get it. No, I do get it. I think I get it. If anyone out there doesn't get it, they can write to Ollie Nash. Ollie Nash, I don't get it. Carol, what?
It's sort of like a hard one to answer, because I know we have been locked down, haven't we? So it's not like we've been able to do those. But then the small freedoms we have been given recently, we've enjoyed. I'm
starting to suspect that's the blag. That basically they take away. You didn't have much freedom before. We didn't really have democracy. We were being really abused as a world population by the elites, and now, just when we were sort of making some headway in sort of looking at the climate emergency, looking at all these things, they seem to have been able to take the opportunity to skewer the whole idea of life, so much so that we're just happy enough to take off a mask. That's how it's got. That we're happy enough just to walk into town. That we're allowed to come out of our houses. Like yourselves, we're key workers. We've been out all the time.
Or have a meal outside.
Have a meal, anything else. Eat out, just to eat out to kill. Eat out dinner. Eat out to kill more. Eat out, help out the virus to spread and kill more people. Just when you think they've got it under control. Few injections. Another aspect of it. I mean, you've got to give thanks and praise to the creativity of that pandemic, that COVID. It's a good one. I'm looking forward to COVID 33.
I'm not.
Why? Because it's part of the thing. The fact of the matter is, right, I mean, it probably did. I suspected it came from a lab before that I knew there was a lab in Wuhan, seriously. I'd said, my sons have said, Dad, you might be the best looking dad in the world. You might be the funniest, most talented, the most gorgeous. No, actually, no, they've never said any of those things. Oh, it's me that said that, right. I might have said that to myself when they were saying, Dad, you're an idiot, you're a conspiracy theorist. I'm not. here's the thing, right? Do you not think it's feasible if the Russians are quite? I don't know if the Russians really did this, but imagine they did. You know the Novichok they put in Salisbury.
Yeah. We were thinking about that.
Right. Well, that's a chemical thing to kill people on a mass scale potentially. The Russians, or the Russian state, not the Russian people. I know lots of the Russian people are lovely people. We're talking about elites again, aren't we? They quite happily throw that into Salisbury. We'll still do business with them. Is it feasible that the health and safety of that lab, or there was some deliberate idea to release one? Because let's face it, there's a lot of Chinese people, isn't there? There's 1.4 billion Chinese people. Do you think they went, do you know what? I think we can afford to. You're uncomfortable with this?
I don't know.
As a
really.
premise. You go, oh. No, of course we don't know. But is it feasible? Is it feasible that it, well, okay, Portland Down, what's that?
I don't know that one. So.
It's in Wiltshire. It's a biological warfare place. That's not to research cures for the flu. It's to create stuff to kill mass populations. So we've got one, the Americans got one, probably everyone else, bar the Irish, they just leave out some pork. I'm Irish in case there's any pork lovers out there that get worried about that statement. The point being is it feasible? Now, whether it's a natural occurrence, whether it's an accident, the fact of the matter is... I think he's got it.
Oh. No, I don't have it.
He's got it. Don't kiss him anymore. He's got it. He has got it. If it exists. Point is... They have come back. Well, you can.
This is a good time for me to leave and do some
you're worried. Yeah, you can write down what your thoughts are.
Of the world
don't be despaired. Don't just be despaired. Because the point is, we're getting through because people like yourselves are doing these things, these arts programs, which you're going to do with these lovely people. That helps us get through, just like the music.
Yeah. And I was going to say, talking about natural things as well, I think even coming back to nature, and I think we're both lucky enough because we live in a rural environment, we can just walk out of the door and go and see this stuff, and I think that's been quite important,
100%.
We've done it so much that it makes me so sad when people say that people are creating things to kill.
You've heard of men, have you?
I've known a few.
Oh yeah, they can't create life, so they go about seeing how well they can destroy it.
Nature's a wonderful thing.
Nature's a beautiful thing. You do it. Art's good for your heart, it's good for your mind, it's good for everyone. Mental health awareness week, mental health awareness life, because that's a big thing. Have you felt yourselves, has your mental health suffered because of the pandemic? Or because of the way that the government have handled it?
I'd say so, but we've been, God, had each other still.
Perfect, isn't it? How sweet.
And some very good friends like yourself as well. And,
I agree.
And everyone in this team. I think like probably a lot of people at the moment, isn't it? It's certainly suffered a bit, but coming together has helped to deal with, to push us through that. Maybe. That's what I'd say. I don't know.
But do you know what? I would like to go through, and not me personally because I'm an Egypt. Each person like yourselves that have contributed loads, can you imagine if we just cut all your bits together as a memoir of your pandemic?
Oh.
Every song you contributed. Imagine that, you just watch it at home, just that, boom, it's your own little show, barang. It's got. I bet you've done. I bet you'd be surprised how many you've done, and B, watch technically and how you change as it goes on. Loads of people that we've had on that show started off in one way and have just developed their, and I don't know, I don't even say skill. It's kind of like a fluency of how they connected with their instruments or their voices and the songs they were doing.
It's been a proper journey.
Isn't it? Isn't it really though? So it's kind of like a little world where it's locked away, where people are observing people in their own homes. Yeah. Right? In their own homes, when you'd never normally see that. That's the interesting thing for me. Is people are sharing their inner thoughts in their own homes. When they come out to the open mic, we first met you, we were in a public space and people behave and they react in a certain way. How you doing, bud? Yeah, of course you can. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So they share. They're not just sharing the songs now; they're sharing their space. And I was quite intrigued. Not about how people dress the house, although I did see your sister's art. Yeah. That was intriguing. Imagine that. So you're going, oh, wait, there's another level here.
Yeah.
So that's been quite intimate. That's been quite interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Down at the Revo every month is beautiful. It's great crack in it. So it's a different thing, and we'll still do that. We're still thinking about doing it weekly on the internet. What do you think about that?
Yeah, it might be a good idea too, and like for those who can't get there as well, it might be.
That's what I'm thinking. People can't get there, and
connect,
also it's just exactly that. So it's like a different format. It's some of the videos that have been made.
And for the people like that are abroad that can't come down.
Absolutely. Mike Deedigan in Limerick, for instance, and sometimes Aniwa was in America. Remember Aniwa, the actress that was doing loads of stuff in the early days?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So in a way that brought, again, we had stuff from Croatia as well. So we had lots of different aspects to it.
Yeah.
What are you looking forward to besides? I don't know. What are you looking forward to now? Well, I don't know if it's going to be opened up or not.
Just being able to get back to some sort of normality.
Yeah, definitely to get back to seeing people and that when we can, and connecting. Most importantly, I mean, we got plans on moving out as well and all that. But
moving out.
Yeah.
Where you going?
Maybe here. I don't know.
What, the shop?
Not right there.
Well, you probably could.
Chipping,
yeah. That'd be great.
Yeah.
That'd be fantastic.
Yeah, we both want to move out, don't we?
Yeah,
that's
cool.
our stuff. But yeah, mainly important reconnecting and getting back to
Cool. Listen, thank you so much. You popped in just to visit. You know, there's Riverbank Studios is downstairs as well. There's a recording studio downstairs.
Oh, didn't know that.
It's great, isn't it? It's crazy. Well, thanks to Emery Gate for letting us be here for this time, however long we're here. But Ollie Nash, Jazz Kirby, everyone, thank you very much.
Thank you
Thank you very much. Nice one. Cheers.